Hi guys, Danny here, and we are, you guessed it, going back to Riverdale, Riverdale, Riverdale. Going back to Riverdale? I don't think so. Yes, I am channeling LL and Jughead at the same time. LL being going back to Cali. If you don't know your old school rap, look it up. It is a jam. But yes, we are going back to Riverdale, place that I always love going. And gosh, to be honest, I wish I could live there. But we are doing the annual Archie Halloween Spectacular. This has become part of my Halloween routine, as in Christmas. And we see our Dan Parent cover. You never can go wrong when you're dealing with Dan Parent. And we have four great stories from Tom DeFalco, Frank Doyle, Francis Bonnet, Tanya Del Rio, and featuring the old school characters Chick and Treat. They're bringing them back, and also Sabrina. And I have to say, I was not disappointed, guys. Our first story is called Trick and Treat in Monster Mashup. And we find them, got some old school covers here, some Easter eggs. The gang is getting ready. Archie, Veronica, Betty, everybody is getting ready for her Halloween party. And Trick and Treat have decided to run amok. They're shape-shifting. They're doing all kind of naughty things, and they're scaring everybody. And of course, Sabrina's here helping everybody get ready. And she senses the magic. And as usual, she's like, I got to stop this. And also, I have to make sure that my friends don't know that magic is real. And this is always fun. I love this ongoing thing of Sabrina always noticing that something is amiss and just like protecting her friends, not only from the magic, but from discovering that there is magic. It's always awesome to see that whole thing going on. And this story was a winner. I mean, and it's everything. We got to see our favorite characters in these zany, comical situations. Sabrina running around trying to put fires out, and it's just awesome. I really enjoyed this story. Our next story is called Cemetery Situation. And in this tale, we have the gang deciding to make the wise decision of taking a shortcut through a cemetery. I mean, really, come on, what could go wrong, right? Maybe black cats, bats, howling wolves, just all kind of things just start transpiring during this little trek through the cemetery. And their first thought is this Reggie, their resident prankster? Is this Mr. Mantle, just running amok and, just trying to scare everybody? Or is this real? Is this really legit? And again, we get to see them running around and, all these little scares. And, and then of course there's a little thing of, is it Reggie or is it real? I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to get it because I really want you guys to pick this up. So you'll have to see, was it Reggie or was it real? You have to find out. The last two stories were my two favorites. I couldn't decide which one was number one and which one was number two. So they're just both my favorites. The next one is called Man's Best Friend. And no, it's not about a dog. In this tale, we have Jughead and Archie alone. And this time, this dynamic duo decides, well, in Archie's words, I always wanted to try this midnight in the cemetery bit. And while they're walking through, they run across this gentleman. And this tale, one of the things that I really, really enjoyed was it was the opposite of what we usually see with Jughead and Archie. Usually they're doing the whole Scooby-Doo Shaggy thing. They're running away from everything. They're falling as they're running. But this time they were totally like the straight men in this tale. They were, as far as comedy goes, they were like, there was a logical explanation to everything. They're standing in front of the mirror. They don't see the vampire's reflection. Jughead's like, well, it's cheap glass. I mean, every time he's trying his best, he even takes him to his haunted house, and everything he does, nothing succeeds. He cannot scare them, which is, like I said, the total opposite of how we usually see these two. And I thought this was great. Just this whole thing of the vampire's frustration and Jughead and Archie being so cool, calm, and collected. I love that little twist. And again, you're going to have to see, did he succeed in frightening them, or did he just give up in frustration? You're going to have to read it to see. But I guarantee this was a fun ride. Now, our last story, last but not least, is called Frightful Face Off, featuring Sabrina, as we see. I really enjoyed this story. Sabrina is still like smarting off her battle with Amber Nightstone. She pretty much is experiencing PTSD. Everywhere she goes, everything she sees reminds her of Amber. She sees a hose and she's thinking about snakes and all these things, and it's just, Salem is kind of like, trying to calm her down, but it's not working. It's obvious that this battle really had a profound effect on her, and she's shaken up. And she's on her way to Veronica's house for the big party. And like I said, Salem's trying to comfort her. It's not working. And this is her mindset, her nerves. She's just on edge. Just jumping, all, on edge. And as she arrives at Veronica's house, Veronica opens the door and greets her. And at the party, Sabrina finds a surprise. I'm not going to say what the surprise was. Like I said, I'm trying to be spoiler free here. I would love to hear from you guys that you have made, Archie's Halloween book part of your Halloween tradition, just like I have, as far as like the Great Pumpkin and things like that, just things that you automatically do. But I really, really enjoyed how they took a serious topic. They didn't, bog it down, but you still got her fear. And I think anyone who's ever had an experience in life that frightened them, that shook them up, no matter how old you are, can really emphasize with that and understand how she felt and understand her having to work through this in order to just go back to normal life and not always be on edge and always have that in her mind. And I thought this was a great the way they balanced it and still gave us an enjoyable, not too heavy story. So, in conclusion, Archie Halloween Spectacular, as usual, a winner. I loved it. I suggest you guys pick it up. Let me know if you do. As always, let me know what you're reading, what you're watching, and stay spooky and have a great, awesome day. Thanks. Bye-bye.